Hello my special friends. Welcome dear readers. In these times of stress and chaos, our intention is to bring encouragement by reminding you that you have done the work and are spiritually prepared and to see beyond the present violence and negativity. Because you are of the spiritually awakened, you understand that the high resonating energies pouring to earth at this time are affecting everyone, often causing them act out in ways reflective of fear and confusion. Increasingly more individuals and groups are awakening to and embracing a new sense of oneness. For the first time, increasingly more individuals are seeking to help those struggling both far and near, either financially or in hands-on ways. Even activities that arise solely from a human sense of sympathy or empathy indicate a receptivity to the deeper truth of spiritual oneness. This in turn is seeding collective awareness with more love and a higher sense of individual rights and value, not yet the full consciousness of spiritual awareness, but a crack in the door. Those choosing to continue disregarding the suffering and needs of others simply because they are different from themselves are discovering that once commonly accepted beliefs based in separation have become obsolete in the minds of many, and that there is less and less support for their views. The ongoing ascension process taking place both globally and personally is causing many previously accepted beliefs to disappear because the energy that originally created and has maintained them is no longer. You are ready for light work in its highest form, which is being the light. Being light means that a part of your consciousness is always open to and aware of oneness with God/Source/Divine Reality, regardless of what you may be doing in the outer scene. Most of you live busy lives that involve many forms of activity done both alone and with others. Because of your evolutionary status, you came to Earth to live from a higher level of awareness than the general unawakened majority. Being the light may seem to be doing nothing because you have been taught throughout lifetimes to do. Living from a consciousness of oneness at all times is a higher sense of doing that makes you a light holder, broadcaster, carrier, teacher, and high spiritual light worker. Every individual consciousness is connected to every other consciousness because there is only one consciousness. Because there is only one, individualized states of consciousness are drawn to similar states of consciousness seeking alignment, birds of a feather. When a state of conscious oneness with Source, God, Divine Reality is attained, it automatically flows and aligns with those states of consciousness able to align with it. Your oneness with God automatically constitutes your oneness with the spiritual reality of every living thing and with every quality of God: one life, one consciousness, one substance, one law, one mind, and one cause and effect. When you hold light of truth in consciousnesses, it acts to lift, teach, inspire, and heal those able to receive it in their consciousness. Those who have not yet attained a level of consciousness able to align with these higher frequencies but who are actively seeking and ready for them, can and are often lifted into them simply through the presence of another's evolved state of consciousness, which in reality is their consciousness. This is how the Master Jesus did his healing work. Those seeking help brought themselves to him and were lifted into his state of consciousness where disease did not exist. Doing in the sense of actions taken to make things better will continue for the majority for a while yet, but you came prepared to serve from a higher level, in ways that could lift the three-dimensional belief system out of its continual need to fix, heal, correct, punish, and force change and into easier and more loving ways of living. You incarnated to assist in opening dense and struggling states of consciousness to an awareness of Earth as being a spiritual universe peopled with sons of God. Being is actually doing in the highest spiritual sense. Do not make it something difficult that you must worry about doing correctly or with rigid rules. Set your intention and then do the best you can. As you practice, reminding yourself often who you are, it will become familiar whether you do it as you go about your day at home and work or sitting in a 1 or 30-minute meditation without an agenda. There are still some who believe that meditation and time spent within is a time for asking, visualizing, begging, and even demanding for what they want or think they need. These activities represent three-dimensional thinking based in separation and are not a higher state of being. The minute an agenda is attached to meditation or being, it becomes praying instead of praying and will act to create and further maintain beliefs of I don't have. Resting in the awareness of divine completeness being already fully present within rather than seeking to draw something to you allows your already present light to flow where it is needed and can be received. You will probably never know when or where this light is received, but that is not your concern. Your work is simply to be the light, automatically making it available to any and all open to receive it world over and even on the other side. It is a new time, and it must be understood that many commonly accepted ways of living will never go back to the way they previously were. Every material manifestation is a mind-formed interpretation of a spiritual reality because divine consciousness is the only substance there is. The density of third-dimensional energy on earth does not allow the realities of spirit to manifest as their spiritual forms, so they are interpreted and translated into energetically denser forms able to be seen and utilized on earth. Example modes of transportation, car, airplane, train, etc., are material interpretations of divine omnipresence. Because collective consciousness is changing, many material forms will be changing as well. Earth is a wonderful and beautiful planet, a place in which many have chosen to grow, evolve, learn, and enjoy, but it has not been experienced in its purest beauty because of third-dimensional energy, the densest and lowest resonating energy of many dimensions. Do not feel sadness or fear in the belief that Earth's ascension into a higher dimensional frequency will mean the loss of what you have come to love on Earth: nature, pets, creativity, and loving interactions with others, because a spiritual reality is permanent and the expressions of it that you have known and come to love will continue in higher and better form. All is proceeding according to the divine plan, which is the eventual awakening of every soul to its true identity as one. God's plan can never be sidetracked or stopped by the ego-based illusory thinking of those who have no awareness of truth, because it is the reality and only power. We are the Arcturian group. Channel, Marilyn Rafaela. We greet you, dear children of the earth. You know it, we have often repeated it during our numerous messages transmitted to our channel. You are beings of very strong divine power, but you are not sufficiently aware of it. Why are we speaking to you today about the power of your divinity? Because, quite simply, it is time, high time to bring it up from the depths of your being and spread it around you. Why that? Because, simply, you have the capacity by thoughts of love and pure light to transform the current situation, very heavy, in a situation of peace and lightness. For this, it is important to act in thought, but in thought of desire for peace, love, joy, happiness, tenderness, etc. You have this capacity within you because the pure light that has always dwelt within you, even before your incarnation on this planet, allows you to transform what is dark into radiant light. You can, if you wish, of course, because you still have your free will, transform what is currently happening on your planet into a much more livable situation in gentleness. It is time, high time, to focus on your divine being, your soul, which only asks to exhale this wonderful energy that it put in you as soon as you arrived on Earth, in order to make your planet a radiant planet of peace and joy. You are going to say, yes, that is all well and good, but how to stop what is happening on Earth at the moment, and which is very, very difficult for some humans to live with? Know, children of the Earth, that you are several billion inhabitants on this planet, and that those who manipulate you are only a handful. You can annihilate them just by your thoughts of longing for peace and love. Let emerge from the depths of your being, from your heart, an infinite quantity of thoughts of love and peace. Visualize that you are pure light moving on this beautiful planet and offering all of your radiance to it. Imagine the wonderful and very powerful impact it will have if all humans, at least a very large part of you, do the same thing. At that time there is going to be a wondrous outpouring of divine light radiance that is going to envelop the entire earth and all of humanity. At that moment, the earth, your beautiful planet, will vibrate and radiate in the galaxy as never before. This is what is happening. Many of you have come to realize many things about your life on earth. A large number of you have finally agreed to go and look deep into your heart in order to find peace there. The inner peace that you have captured and recognized will spread over the earth and the shadow will fade away. You are the creators of your future on earth. Everything depends on you. The more you will meet in the depths of your being, the more you will vibrate and radiate pure light and pure love all around you. It is important, at this time, that a greater number of humans share by thought the energies of love. It is only on this condition that you will, more and more quickly, encounter the beauty of the beings that you are, divine beings. The more you become aware of the transformation you can bring to your life in this way, the more life on your planet will become sweet and serene, and the sooner the new earth will present itself to you. The arrival of the new earth is renewal and peace, joy, happiness. The earth is preparing you for all of this. You are not separate from her. She and you are one. It is very important to understand this, because everything you do and think in love and light will come to join the energies of light and love of the earth, and this will be the marvelous flight towards the new earth. Planet Earth and all of you who are humanity are strongly connected. If one declines, the other also declines. If one radiates, the other also radiates. The earth continuously offers you its light and its energies of peace and love. You are not receiving them totally within you because you have not yet fully understood, for many of you, that you are the divine power and the divine power. This power and this power are capable of annihilating the harmful effects that are currently living on the earth. Some of you are going to say, but how can I think about transforming what is happening now? We will tell you this: the power of thought is marvelous and most powerful. It is beyond the little earthly power of your governmental or other leaders. The power of thought, when it comes sincerely from the heart, has a magical effect on everything around you. If you meditate in nature, for example, close your eyes, listen to what is happening around you, birdsong, the water of a stream flowing near you, etc. And at that moment offer everything the love of your heart to this beautiful nature. The trees, the flowers, the birds will be receptive to these thoughts and will transmit them around them, also in their own way. Thus your thoughts of love will go around the earth, and the more you connect with all humans, the more powerful the impact will be. You will help yourself and the earth to live in peace and happiness. It is important to understand that the more you will vibrate and radiate light and divine love from your heart, the more you will live in peace, freed from what some wish you to live through fear. At that time it will be these beings who will be in fear, and they already are. By putting them in front of the light love energy, you will make them disappear by the important presence of peace and joy. You are the divine power, the great divine power of peace, serenity, joy. You have this power very often ignored in you because, since always, for millennia and millennia, it was said to you that you had nothing of that in you. Presently, bring out this power of gentleness from your heart and you will realize how much you can act while respecting all living beings on your planet. Respect also needs to settle within humanity, but everything is learning, and the more you feel at peace within yourself, the more you will respect others around you. We accompany you with great love. Channel, 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐀𝐫𝐜𝐭𝐮𝐫𝐢.